a little bit bright. Alright, guys. Got 2 minutes till market open. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. Trying to figure out where this level is from. All right, 1 minute, 30 seconds, actually. Let's see what we need to make sure that there is not any crazy data, which there's not. All the data's already happened. Retail sales, met forecast. So I'm good with that. Okie doke. There's not too much I really love right now, to be honest with you. So the name of the game is really just being patient. That's really just how you become profitable and how you stay profitable trading. Just be patient. Let's see. Looks like we rejected that 7,500 pretty cleanly right there. I would not be opposed to going short up there. Over at 7,500, it's a big psychological level. So the software is this right here is called TradingView, and this is like the software you used to chart with. This is how you look at all your charts and stuff. It's called TradingView, and it's basically like the main thing to use. And then what I'm trading with, it's because I'm not sharing the whole screen. Let's see if this works. I can re-expand it. Can I re-expand it? Nah. The program I'm using to trade with is called Tradeovate, but that doesn't really matter for right now. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh wow, that shouldn't be happening. That's my fault for messing with it. Now I can't see what happens if I. Okay. All right. Yeah. So the software is called TradingView, and I get the premium membership because with the premium membership you can have like all these charts up. With the regular membership, you can't. I think you can only have 4 of them, and it's important to be able to have more than 4. This is S&P 500. This is ES, which tracks the S&P 500. This is the futures version of S&P 500. This is the SPX, which is the index of the S&P 500. This is oil. This is QQQ, NASDAQ. This is the NASDAQ futures. This is NVIDIA, and this is Apple. I keep these on my chart because um, they move the market the most. They're the most heavily weighted in the market. So it's important to see how they're moving um, to get a sentiment of how the market is kind of moving. So that's important. And then I kind of draw all my levels here. We're getting close to this 7,500 here, so um, definitely interested in that. Definitely interested in that. We can see that the Q the Qs are weaker than SPY because yesterday's high is up here, and Qs haven't broken yesterday's high, and on SPY it's holding yesterday's high. So it's always important to see which one's stronger and which one's weaker, especially when you like if I want to take a short, I want to take a short hopefully when it where if I want to take a short on NQ, hopefully NQ is weaker. And if I want to go long on NQ, hopefully NQ is stronger. That kind of makes sense. Let's see where the homies are. Yeah, so what we're looking for here is ES, which is the again the spies futures S&P 500 futures. We're looking for it to kind of reject at this 7,500 level. Why? Because it's a round number and the market loves round numbers. It likes to do stuff at round numbers. So that's why we watch that. So I'm interested in that. Aside from that, there's really not much going on. Um, the 600 level is a little bit interesting, but we kind of we've broken above it, so I'm not gonna mess with that. 700 is interesting right here, and it's I don't say the 29,000. You don't say 29,700. You just say 700. You don't say the first the thousandth number. So the high of pre-market was 700, pretty much. Um, and if you look here, we're very strong. This is the daily chart. This is every single candle represents one day, and you can see. Let me just make sure. Let me see what's up there. You can see that since March 26th, we've literally just, unlike anything I've ever seen, unlike anything I've ever seen in the past 6 years, just gone straight up. Uh, it's a little sus. It's a little sus. I don't know if I believe that the market should be valued at that, but that's how the market's trading. So that's how we got to trade it. Um, when the market's super strong like this, typically I want to look for a pullback to go long. I, you don't want to you don't want to really fight the market's direction much. Um, so that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, we keep going to all-time highs. We just keep going higher and higher and higher. We've never been this high in history. Um, so it's just something to note that okay, you know, be careful if you wanna go short, which is to bet that it's gonna go down. You want to be careful when we're so strong. I am open to doing it though. I am open to doing it. So there's that. We got to see how we react up there, though. Do not like shorting all-time highs, as I was saying. Don't love it, but we'll see. I want to wait for this candle to close here, which is, you can see how much time it has left right there. 1 minute, 1 minute and 16 seconds. I want to wait for that to close. It's a 5 minute candle, so every 5 minutes a new candle forms. And I want to wait for that to close before I do anything, because what's possible is we could break above this 7,500. They get everyone to go long to bet that it's going to go up because we broke above it, and then it fails, and then they stop out all the longs, they grab all that liquidity, and take it back down. So we'll see. I have my broker open to go short. Um, we need to wait for this candle to close for sure. And yeah, sometimes you take a position that's not right, and you just have to be you have to close it very quickly, and then the ones that do go right, you have to hold them for longer. That's that's how you trade well. You cut the ones that are performing badly, and you hold the ones that. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit short here. Uh-oh. See, I probably should have waited. Yeah, I'm gonna close that out. That's okay. It's okay. That happens. That happens. Yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit. I just don't. I don't want to. I was a little bit too early there. I think we come higher before. See, this is another reason not to short all-time highs. Is yeah. See, my friend's watching the same thing. Is he on here? Yeah, he's watching the same thing. We're just very strong right now. We're very strong. Okay. I don't trust it short yet. I just don't. If Spice, if we start to fail, I take a little bit, just a tiny bit. It's looking too strong. Yeah. Not the best start here, but what are you gonna do? It's because I know it's gonna fucking reject. I know it's gonna reject. It's just everything's kind of too strong right now. Usually, after if I take three red trades, I call it a day. So this next one's got to be good, otherwise that's kind of it for the day. Usually this would be my first red day of the month, but I'm not saying it's going to be red. I'm just saying it would suck, but it happens. And Qs are much stronger than ES, and I was going short on Qs. It's just not. I still think we're going to reject. I really do, but it's just a matter of timing it. I'm not going to keep trying to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result, though. So I'm done trading that level. Obviously, that wasn't for me. This was the high of day. This was the pre-market high. So we still have a little room up. It's kind of clown shit that I that it's just going straight up. Yeah, we don't want to go long on, or we don't want to go short on this. It's just so strong. ES is not as strong as NQ. NQ is much stronger. Much stronger. Damn. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Like, yeah, we can't short this. Even though I think it's, yeah, nah. It's because it's giving mixed signals here. Just gonna hold on to it. That is so crazy. That's a little bit frustrating, to be honest with you. It's a little bit frustrating. I just don't trust. I don't trust going long either, because if this rejects 7,500, it's done. It's done. We try a little bit here at 600. As long as we don't reject like too heavily, we can try some there. It's not gonna be. I'm not gonna trade big size on it, but we'll try that. If we pull back here, sometimes we don't fucking pull back. Okay. See, we're failing that 7,500. NQ's a lot stronger though. I'll take that pullback. I'll take that pullback to 600. I'll take that pullback to 600. ATR is quite high, which is the amount that these candles are moving per 5 minutes. It's quite high, so you don't need as much size. You don't need to put as much in. Yeah, if we can get a pullback to that 600, I'll scale in down to like all the way down here to the VWAP, and then I'll have a stop below that. Oh my god. No, it's not pulling back. It's not pulling back. It's not pulling back. Okay, let's see. See what we can get here. Okay. Yeah, now we're at all-time highs. I don't know. It's kind of giving mixed signals. It's because we're rejecting all-time highs now. I'll wait for us to pull back a little bit more. Yeah. It's kind of that break and reversal of 7,500. If we can pull back to that 600. Actually, I'm just going to get in a little here. It's going to be my last trade if it's red. Oh my god. Yeah. You can't make that up. You can't fucking make that up. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, you can't make that up. That was crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. Today is just not the day. Not the day, guys. Um, that's just how it goes. That's how it goes. I'm gonna end the stream early. Um, you know, sometimes you have a bad day, and that's how it goes. I mean, we're probably gonna go. Couldn't get a read on the market today. Um, there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do about that. I mean, to be read $300, it's not a big deal. I could probably take one more trade, but it's like, I mean, come on. There's nothing I see that I really like, to be honest with you. Not gonna lie. Yeah, it's I'm not gonna mess with this like that. if there's something, if there's something else I like, I'll take it. But honestly, you know, I'd rather take a $300 red day and then just call it than come back tomorrow than anything else. I mean, if I've taken three, yeah, I get it. He's saying patience. I get it. I'm being patient. I'm just waiting for a fucking like I was taking that pullback. It is what it is. There's nothing to trade up here, so now I'm like kind of in my head about it too. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be going back and forth. I'm not gonna be going back and forth. Sometimes it's like if I take two trades and one of them I tried to go short and it stops me out, and then one of them I try to go long and it stops me out. You know, that's that's not good. You know, that's not good when that happens. All time highs is really tough. It's really tough. Um, it just is. Like yesterday and the day before, we had good price action because we were failing all time highs, and now that we're back at all time highs, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. You take one more trade and try to get this red day down to 150 or something. Um, we'll see if there's anything to do that. If not, there's nothing we can do. As long as it's not a catastrophe, you can come back the next day and be fine. But if you turn a small red day into something big, then that's when you can't recover. That's when you can't recover. Some days are just not your days. Some days you could be tired or whatever it is. Something might be going on in your life, and you don't want to allow those outside factors to like I don't want to be too tired and get like 4 hours of sleep and I'm not as locked in, and then I go and I blow my whole account because I was tired and it wasn't because or the conditions were bad. So that's why you never want to like have one day get too out of hand, um, because sometimes you just don't have a good day. It's fine. Sometimes you just don't have a good day. Yeah, see, it's not clean either. It's not clean. It's. I wish I could say that there was something that I liked. I mean, I wish I could say that, but that 7500 break and reversal did work. You know, sometimes it's like you have your plan and you don't. It's like, okay, then I should have followed the plan, right? Um, Sometimes that happens, where it's like your plan is perfect. What you wanted to happen, what you said was going to happen, is exactly what happened, but the execution wasn't good. And I think that was just because I didn't know how high we were going to go. I should have waited for that tweezer top up there to kind of show that weakness. But now, I mean, it's generational. I mean, the trades here are generational. It's just, it's tricky. It's tricky. We're moving a lot, but it's just not in a clean way. Yeah. So my friend actually took the trade. Um, well, that's on me. It's okay. Just showed up a little bit too early to the party there. Yeah, we're moving a lot, so there's a lot of potential. I have to keep my size smaller the next trade that I take because my max limit on the day is 650 bucks, and I'm at 350. So got about 300 more bucks before it's like that's 1,000% calling it a day. I don't like to hit my max loss though. I don't like that to be the way I stop my day. So if nothing else comes up, nothing else comes up. It's not clean. It's moving a lot, but it's just not clean the way it's moving. I'm not gonna trade that 7,500 level again. Just not gonna do it. There'll be other setups. There'll be other setups. Even if it does work out, it's like it hasn't been good to me. So I'm not gonna go back to an abusive ticker. I mean, that was a good trade though, man. It's exactly what happened. It was 500 break and reversal. I just got in too early. I got in too early. I didn't wait for the break and reversal. I started getting in right when we approached 7,500. And the problem is when I got in right when we approached 7,500, the problem is that I got in on this stock. So this one was stronger. So the fact that I went short when this one was stronger made it even tougher to hold that because it was moving higher than ES was. So just too early to the party there. And that's why I was saying earlier, if you want to go short, you want to go short on the one that's weaker. You want to try to go short on the one that's weaker. I always trade NQ, so I you hope it's weaker, but it wasn't weaker. So it's another reason why it wasn't in really A plus setup. A lot of times with candles like these, they move a lot, but there's no rhyme or reason to the way that they're moving. So we just have to wait until we see something. The hardest thing for me to do, honestly, is to be red and wait. That is like the hardest thing for me to do by far. If I'm green, I'm fine. If I'm red, that's when I really gotta like keep an eye on myself. That's when I really gotta keep an eye on myself. I was just thinking that this morning too. Like, when I'm green, I don't even really think about it. But when I'm red, I obsess about it. This is how the human brain works. I gotta be okay with even obsessing about it is a choice. It's like you decide to continue on with your thoughts. Like you invest into your thoughts. Like if I start thinking about a car and I notice I start thinking about a car, I have the choice to say, "Oh, I'm not going to keep thinking about a car," and that's just mindfulness. So if I'm obsessing about, "Oh, well, I'm red, I'm red, I'm red," I can choose to keep ruminating on that, on the fact that I'm red, or I can say, "You know what? I'm going to choose something different." And I think that's what a lot of trading is emotional, and being able to manage your emotions in those ways gives you the edge to be the 5% who are profitable. Here comes Scooby. Say hi, Scooby. Say hi. He's a good boy. He wants to go play. Wanna go play. He likes to play. See how like right now it's ugly. You don't want to trade this. It's not there's no continuing, it's going up and down, up and down. You want to see a little bit of continuation. That one trade was good. I mean, it just that I'm not gonna lie, that was poor execution on my part. It was poor execution on my part. Now we just gotta wait for something else. I honestly don't see anything I love. Usually I come in. I mean, yesterday and the day before I came in, I took a trade pretty much right off the open. Beautiful, smooth, no problems. You know, that's not what happened today. Can't expect every day to be green. It's just not going to happen. It was green every day this month, but let's see. Yeah, let me see if I can share this. It doesn't really matter. It is what it is. See, what we're kind of doing is rejecting that 500 level. Um, but like yesterday, we took a 7,400 bounce, so 7,400, and that was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Took it right here, right there. It bounced right off 7,400 too. Just absolute beautiful. Could not get any smoother. Could not get any better. Could not get any better really. Um, Today tried to take that 7,500, but I didn't wait for the break in reversal. I even said like, okay, yeah, they're gonna grab liquidity, wait, have everyone go long, and then they're gonna smash it down, and that's what they did. It was just because yesterday I remembered that, oh, we bounced right off 7,400. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. So I got into early. I got into early. But yeah, you can see how the market does that, right? It trades off of those levels. It's like there is a method to the madness here. There is definitely a method to the madness. It takes some time to learn for sure. And the most hardest thing to learn is being like patient and emotionally grounded. The strategy isn't, it's not the hard thing to learn. Like you can learn that quite quickly. It's really managing everything that goes on during, what goes on inside of you, not even on the charts, like what goes on inside of you during trading is what the hardest thing to really manage is. Right now we're just in the middle of nowhere. We're just in the middle of nowhere. Like here's the day's high, here's the day's low. We're right in the middle of that. You never want to trade right when you're right in the middle of that, ever. Now, if we were already short, then I would say, okay, hold it and stop at break even. But with the way things have been going today, sometimes the market, like some days, like, yeah, it'll just have one of those days where it's like, like, if I go short, it goes up. If I go long, it goes down. Like, days like that happen. And it's just like, okay, obviously I'm not having a good read on the market today. Um, and that's okay. It's just a matter of sitting on the sidelines and being like, okay, like I acknowledge what's happening, and I might not like it, but that's what's that's what's happening, and resisting it is going to bring nothing good. Resisting it isn't going to help anything. It's not going to help me trade better. It's not going to help me feel better. So now you can see that ES is stronger. It's breaking pre-market highs. It's testing high of day again. So we're having a lot of back and forth here. A lot of back and forth. And when we have a lot of back and forth and the ATR is this high, you see it's 111, is my most dangerous days. It's the days where I'm in the most danger to do something stupid. When ATR is high and we're choppy, that recipe, that equation right there, is a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for disaster. I've done it enough times. So high ATR plus chop, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Some people probably trade well in choppy ATR. I guarantee some people do. I guarantee it. But you got to know your strengths and your weaknesses and where you perform and where you don't perform and um, respect that. Yeah. There's honestly, I don't think I'll take another trade today. I have a little bit of a headache. Um, I don't like the price action. It's unfortunate that I was copy trading a bunch of accounts too, but whatever. 350 is not bad. See how we're just literally like chopping around. One candle goes down, the next one goes up, the next one goes down, the next one goes up, the next. It's very difficult to trade something like this. Like any professional trader, they're not trading this right now. I feel like we're gonna range today and we're gonna reject high of day, but I'm not gonna trade it. I've already tried trading that level and that was my fumble. That was my fumble. Gotta admit it. Was a nice trade, but then this was honestly I don't. That was kind of stupid, but so now it looks like Spy's at high of day. We'll see what it wants to do here. Does it want to break high of day? Does it want to reject? Yeah, if I feel like I can't get a good read on the market, it's just you there's days where I wake up and I'm like, okay, this is the trade I'm taking. And I kind of did that this morning too. It's just it was didn't follow the plan as well as I should have. Excuse me. If we hold this, if we end up holding this 7,500 level, I'm gonna go long a little bit here. Um, Actually, hold on. It's just so hard to. It's so hard to fucking trust this. I still think we have room up. It'll take a little bit. I'm gonna take a decent amount off just because the candle's closing and I'm also red on the day, and I want to have a good green trade. So yeah, I full sold the position. I just want to take down my red a little bit, put myself in a decent mindset that I took a green trade. That's really what matters. Fuck, the mindset is what matters more than the money right now. Because this candle's gonna close, and I don't want it to flip and go all the way back down like it's been doing. I think we still have room up, but yeah, we do. I just I just needed to get a little bit of a good trade there. Yeah. If I was already green, I would have held that for sure. But I just this P you can't trust this price action. We definitely still had room up, but just got to play it safe today and take it easy because it's hard trading all time highs because you don't know where to go long into. If I was long right now, I would be looking for 7,500 on SPX. That would be my target. I would trim at 74.90 and full sell at 7,500. That's what I would do. I just don't trust these candles that are going down and then going all the way back to the top and then going all the way back to the bottom of the other one. Like that will slap you. That will slap you if you're in this and then this one goes all the way back down to the bottom. You're now you're red like $600, right? And it'll happen in 1 second. So that's why I took profit. It's when the candles are going like that back and forth like that. That's the most dangerous time. It's the most dangerous time to be trading. You see, it's very dangerous. Sometimes sitting on the sidelines is better. It's like if you're at the beach and the waves are like 25 feet, and it's like, yeah, there's signs that say do not surf, riptide, do not get in water. Um, you don't, you know, you shouldn't be getting in the water. And that's kind of how I feel like today's price action is. I mean, we do have room higher, but it's just the price action is just it's dangerous. It's dangerous right now. And then sometimes you feel like you're missing out because you're like, okay, well, I was long. That would have, now it would have been green today. Um, but market doesn't work out how you want it to. It's like life, it doesn't work out you exactly how you want it to all the time. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm addicted to these icebreakers. I'm literally addicted to them. I don't know what's in them. Yeah, there's been no A plus setups today. Not not one that I've seen. Not even the 7500 break and reversal because NQ was stronger. And so shorting on NQ when it's stronger takes it down from an A plus to a B. It's just very, very sketchy, right? Because we're probably gonna like now that I've seen how we're trading, we're probably gonna go back to this candle low. That would be my analysis there. Now that I've seen how we're trading, whether or not that happens, I mean, I don't know. If I had to choose, that's what I would choose. But the fact that I'm not choosing is because it's not high probability enough. And the reason why I would choose that is because we have this wick right here. That's a pretty strong bearish wick. And we've been doing that. We've been going to the bottom, going to the top, going to the bottom, going to the top. So now it's like, okay, we're at the top. We're probably going to go to the bottom. Maybe not. And that's why I'm not trading this. But more than likely. It's just not good enough to, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. We're retesting here that 7,500. So if we hold that, that's not going to be good for shorts, right? So that's why you don't want to. It's not a good. That's not an A plus setup. That's why it's not because we're above that 7,500. If we hold it, we're going to go back up. If this holds 600, we're going to go back up. But the candles have been showing differently today. So that's why it's like, no, it's not a good trade to take. There's too many conflicting things. My family's coming to visit, and the weather is going to be shit. Wow. Just rain every day. That's crazy. And see how right now it's like the market's testing those levels. It says, do we want to hold? Are we going to hold this? Is there enough buyers here or not? I don't think there will be. I think we'll break through, but it's super important to really have your trade planned. You know, to be like, okay, here's the trade I'm taking. It's coming up. This is what I'm going to do. This is when I'm going to get in. This is when I'm going to get out. And if it's like, okay, I don't see anything. I don't see anything right now. So when you don't see anything, you just got to sit on your hands. And that's really hard for me to do when I'm red. Like if I'm green, I could be like, yeah, I'm like, I don't see anything and I'm okay with it. But if I'm like red, I'm like almost like looking for something super hard. and sometimes you find you see something that's not there. Um, so you got to be careful about that. You also got to be careful the amount of time you spend on the charts too. Like the longer is not better. Like at a certain point, you're gonna just start looking for trades to take because you've been sitting for so long. Um, so you want to be mindful of that. I try to keep my trading session to like 2 hours. 2 hours is usually what I try to keep them. So sometimes a lot of the times I end the day sooner than that, but it just doesn't look like we're very decisive where we are. I mean, I'm glad I took that little scalp, that little long scalp. Could I have held that more? Yeah, but like this 250 bucks, like I could make this up in like one good trade and much more and more. I'm not gonna say much more, but I can make that up in one good trade. So it's like, okay, do I rather want to wait for one good trade, or do I want to FAFO and mess my account up more? Because we ain't doing shit right now, and we have again high ATR. When we're not doing anything and we have high ATR, it's just a lesson you got to learn to not trade it. I really want to play some music. I'm gonna go get water. Yeah, this high ATR with it looks like we're kind of forming a double top on Qs. I might try a little bit short. I'm gonna try a little bit short, just a little bit. We have to break that 7,500 to the downside, and we're not gonna stay there forever. So we're either gonna hold or we're gonna fold. Man. See, there's just no continuation. The stop is the previous candle high. That's that's where the stop is. This next candle is really going to tell us everything. This next candle is going to tell us a lot. Yeah, alright. That's fine. You gotta wait for this candle to close and then, yeah. This price action is just not it for me. If we can reject here, fine. If not, if it's just, yeah, it's going to go the other way. I mean, all right. Yeah, you can't trust action like this. Even if it does work, I'm still not, I'm not happy about it. Even if it does work, it's just, there's no reason to be taking this trade. Yeah. All right. Cool. Gonna call it there. We're done. Ending it there, guys. Much love.